Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Kat. I'm a nurse flipper. If you are new here, welcome. I am a full-time reseller out of North Florida. I've been doing this full-time since 2022, but off and on since 1999. So today we are going to do a research video. And what that is I look up sold items on eBay. They are not my items that have sold in the last 90 days. And today what we are going to do is necklaces. And there will be a couple of fine jewelry ones, but the majority of these are going, well, I would say it might even be half and half are going to be costume and fine jewelry. So you're going to see both, but these are ones I feel like are out there. I'm trying to get you some new names, some new designers that you might not be aware of, their pieces being as valuable as they are. So I picked out my top 25. They are all right at that $500 point. The lower I go, the harder it is to pick which ones to show you. So we are doing all $500 necklaces today. If you missed the video a couple days ago, I did all $500 brooches. So if you like me doing, and I know it's not really low, but at least it's not the, thousands of dollars, really crazy ones that are definitely a needle in a haystack. These might be a little bit easier to find. So let's go ahead and take a look. We are starting off with this antique Louis Rousle green melon and cranberry glass crystal necklace. This one is so pretty, and I think this is one that a lot of people might not realize has that $500 value. So here you can see the glass beads on this one. It's a absolutely beautiful piece and all glass beads, so it's going to be a heavy piece. You can definitely tell with the weight of these. And this one, I don't see a marking, so I honestly am not sure how they identified it. If you are familiar with Louis Rousle, please let us know in the comments if this is a piece that would have been marked. Next up might be my favorite piece in this whole video, and I actually put it up here because I think it undersold. I think that this necklace was worth more than $500, honestly. Just my opinion. Beautiful inlay on this one on the sterling bear fetish. So it was an auction. It only got one bid for that $500. And here you can see it says CR. It was signed. Beautiful beaded necklace with it as well. So I really think that this one undersold and was worth more. And that's why I wanted to show you, because if you're going to auction your stuff, be very careful because you might only get that one bid. Next up is a Heidi Douse. This is mythical masterpiece. It does say beaded crystal dragon necklace, 3,000 crystals. This one sold for $491.76. This is a beautiful Heidi Douse piece. And if you do not know, there are quite a few Heidi Douse pieces worth hundreds of dollars. So definitely a name you want to remember. This is crazy how many crystals are on this thing. There you can see the Heidi Douse CN, and really, really beautiful statement necklace here, and a great sale right under that $500. Next up is the name that I was not familiar with, and that is Jess Mahari. It does say vintage older collection. They accepted a best offer on $500, and it's just got two pictures. This one here, and you can see that tag there, the J Mahari. I found several necklaces like this worth hundreds of dollars, and here on the back you can see the heart and the Jess signature. And this is one I think is one that might be passed up as not realizing it was worth as much as it was. Next up is a Rebecca Collins, and I have come across her pieces before. This is a vintage sterling carved gemstone antique coin necklace, sold for $498. This one is really different looking, so it would have caught my eye for sure. And you can see those carved pieces. Look at all the details here. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful necklace. And here on the bottom, let me go back to that. This one is signed. It's so hard to see it. They didn't zoom in on it, but it is signed, so you would be able to identify it. Next up is a D&E Juliana book piece. Blue sunburst necklace and earrings. This one sold for $499. This is a beautiful set here. with the earrings and the necklace. Most of those pictures look the same. Here's one a little bit closer. And if you do not know, no Juliana pieces are signed. They all originally just had paper tags. So they're showing a chip here on this one. And again, they said that this is a book piece, and that is really the best way to learn about Juliana and be able to identify their pieces. Next up is a Bernard K. Passman black coral necklace, excellent condition. It does say never worn. I had never heard of Bernard Passman, so I wanted to show you guys this one. Sold for a best offer on $495, and you can see the black coral pieces here. Beautiful, beautiful necklace. I don't know if the necklace was signed, but you can see the jewelry box as well as the bag with Bernard Passman's name on them. Next up is an amazing Gerda Lingard for Mooneys golden lucite geometric collar necklace. This one was an auction, one bid, sold for $500. Definitely a statement piece here. And you can see the Mooneys unique. There were a lot of Mooneys pieces in quite a few of the videos that I've done. So there is that Mooneys marking, definitely a name that you want to remember. And this one was an excellent sale at $500. Next up is an antique natural carved red coral flowers rose necklace and silver plated. This one sold for $500. So watch for coral and be sure to comp and look stuff up. I'm sure Google Lens would have identified this. It's a absolutely beautiful necklace and a great sale at $500. Next was another auction. It says two bids. It was the same bidder. It was started at that $500, so it did not go above the starting point. This is a vintage Christian Dior gold tone gripois glass cabochon collar necklace. $500 sale. Christian Dior can be found in some of the estate lots. Definitely keep your eye out. I have found multiple pieces. You can see it's just the CHR Dior. And a lot of people wonder if that is Christian Dior. The answer is yes, it is. And this one might have been worth more. This might have been one I would have priced up versus doing an auction. Next is another name that I did not know, and that is Dominique Orientis. This is a Paris elephant necklace. It does say fine designer. It is fashion jewelry. This is not precious metals. Sold for a best offer on $499. There you can see that necklace on. It looks pretty clunky and heavy to me, and they did not show a signature. So I'll ask again, if anybody's familiar with this artist, please let us know in the comments if their pieces are marked. Next is a name you need to know, and that is Lunch at the Ritz. I have come across a few pieces and videos that I have made. This one is 62 charms, signed center Christmas tree, sold for a best offer on $500. And these to me don't look like they're worth what they're worth. I think, again, this is something that people might pass over. So it's kind of hard to see here. It's not in focus, but it does say Lunch at the Ritz on the back of that Christmas tree. And tons of charms on this one, and an excellent sale, best offer on $500. Next up is a John Hardy sterling silver classic chain turquoise pendant. John Hardy pieces, some are really high and then others are not worth that much. So make sure you find the piece if you are paying up for them. This one sold for $499. It does say it's new and it was in the box. So there is that JH that is for John Hardy. Some of the pieces I have found are completely signed as well. And you can see here they do have the box as well as the pouch and booklet. And this was an excellent sale at $499. Next is another one bid auction. So I think some of these pieces, the sellers might have thought there was a demand for them. That's why they auctioned it. But it's kind of a dual purpose thing for me. If I started at the lowest I'm willing to take and I get one bid, it's sold and it's sold fast. So it doesn't necessarily have to get more bids for me to be happy with that sale. So this is a Salvador Dolly signed gold finish St. John of the Cross pendant necklace, sold for $469. And here you can see the necklace as well as the bracelet. and it is signed here. There's that Dali, and this is a numbered piece. So this was a limited edition to 5,000 pieces, and it was an excellent sale, even though it only got one bid. By Travis Walker, but I have not come across any pendants like this. This is a double cross two-sided sterling pendant sold for $4.99. Travis Walker is definitely a name to keep an eye out for. There you can see it on the pendant. And I think this is just on the necklace. I think this is just for the pendant. It does not include the chain. And you can see here the dust bag that it was in, and an excellent sale at $4.99. Next up is a genuine Art Deco Faturin Cherry Amber Bakelite. So this color of Bakelite, the Faturin Cherry, does sell very high. So this is something you definitely want to watch out for. This one sold for $4.99, and it is a graduated bead necklace. And there you can see that vintage screw clasp. Beautiful, beautiful piece of jewelry. You do want to show your amber, your Bakelite on a scale. This one was 66 grams and an amazing sale at $4.99. There have been so many of these one bid auctions in this video and in the last video I did with brooches. So this is a gorgeous Max Muller style 1950s blue-green poured glass bib necklace from Austria. I think I would have put peacock on this because this is really those peacock colors. So this one sold for $4.95, just got one bid. This is probably a very, very heavy necklace with all this glass. I can't imagine wearing this. I don't like weight on on my neck. So here you can see the made in Austria, and the Max Muller was on the other side, and an excellent sale. Again, only one bid, but sold for $4.95. Next up is an auction that I think this undersold. They started this at $26. I'm not sure why. It was a 10-day auction. It did have a lot of bidders. It had 12 different bidders, but I think this probably would have been better off on a buy it now, as well as having some more keywords in that title. So I think this seller probably shortchanged themselves because they don't have necklace in the title. They don't have earrings in the title. They don't have buffalo in the title. So I think they missed out here. So it sold for $4.95. I think it was worth more. And it also is signed, and they did not put that. So I think this one was a little bit of a misstep. There is the signature there. And these are beautiful, beautiful pieces. And again, I feel like they are worth quite a bit more than what they sold for. And they went for $4.95. Next is another auction that got more than just the one bid. This is a George Jensen Sterling Silver Joy Astrid Fog Puffy Heart Necklace. This was a 7-day auction. This one was started at 99 cents and went up to $500. So another brave seller. George Jensen's very, very well known though. So I think they probably were okay doing that. You can see the Denmark stamp there, as well as George Jensen. I do have a video on Denmark jewelry I'll post up top for you guys, and this was an excellent sale at $500. Next is a lot of 3 vintage and antique amber beaded necklaces, and the 3 of them sold for $4.99. Beautiful dark Baltic amber on these. And you can see here, very chunky. I typically separate my amber necklaces out, especially I feel like at least this middle one is quite a bit of different style and look, and it's way shorter. So if it were me, I would have separated the 3 out, but they got a great price for the 3 of them at $4.99. Next up is a Schiaparelli choker. This is a necklace and earring set, and it sold for $4.99. So definitely a name you want to keep an eye out for. There is the signature on it. It is also on the earrings, so everything is marked in this set. Beautiful gold tone. This is not precious metal. This is costume jewelry. And there is quite a bit of costume jewelry that will sell at this $500 price point, and this one is a great example of that. Next up, and I only put one of these in there, and there are a ton of Tiffany Co necklaces selling right at the $500, but I wanted to show you one because I find a lot of Tiffany Co on online estate auctions, and I just want you to know to research them because a lot of them are worth paying up for. So like this one sold for $500. Me personally, I would pay up to $500, or I would pay up to $200 for this necklace, still netting close to a $200 profit when it's sold. And most of my Tiffany Co does sell fast. So that is why I put one of these in here for you. So here you can see the Tiffany Co Elsa Peretti 950 and the Tiffany Co there on the clasp as well. And there is the Elsa Peretti signature. So I found a ton of Elsa Peretti pieces, again, on those online estate auctions. So I want you to check those pieces if you happen to come across them because they might be worth paying up for. We have got two more to see, and this one is a Mexican silver. This one's 970 signed. They put costume, but this is not costume. This is fine jewelry, and it does have malachite stones. It sold for $4.99. This is a really chunky piece. There is that Taxco. So they did not even put Taxco in the title. Hopefully they put it in the specifics. You can see that 970. And this one's a beautiful Taxco piece. I think I linked my Taxco jewelry video earlier for you guys. If you haven't seen it, definitely keep an eye out because there are quite a few Taxco pieces that are very valuable. The last one I'm going to share with you is an auction, and this is not a maker I was familiar with, and that is Donald Simpson. So this is a blue crystal rhinestone signed. It looks purple to me, almost like an amethyst color. They're saying it's blue. So this one was a 7-day auction. There were only 3 bidders on this one, and it was started at 300 Australian dollars and went to 757 Australian, and I don't know if they're dollars, I'm sorry, which is US 487.05. So this is a beautiful piece. It looks like it's in a gorgeous display case as well. And again, to me, this really looks purple / amethyst. You can see the Simpson down here, so it is clearly signed. And it actually looks like this one is marked sterling as well, and I don't see that in the title, but a great sale at $487. All right, that was everything. Let me know what your favorite was. I still think mine was the inlaid Native American fetish bear necklace. That one was just absolutely spectacular, and I really do think it was undersold. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you have a wonderful week coming up. Leave me a comment. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you on the next one.